This is a sight that almost all of us are familiar with. Our cities, our centers of commerce and growth, are crumbling under an ever-increasing burden. And as India grows, the need of the hour is to develop new cities and new centers for growth.
Hello and welcome to our special series Building India, where we are looking at infrastructure projects that can transform the country. Today the spotlight is on the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, a corridor of prosperity that will bring with it many new cities and towns and many new aspirations.
It all starts from here. The small hamlet on the outskirts of Delhi is all set for its state with history. For it is from here that the ambitious Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor would start and would run all the way to Mumbai, covering over 1,483 kilometers and passing through 6 states. It is tipped to be the biggest infrastructure project ever and claims to transform the future of the nation. But what is the essence of the project and why is it necessary? That is the first thing we asked when we caught up with Amitabh Kant, the CEO of the DMIC project.
See, it's very important for India to grow at 9 to 10% for a very long period, on a very sustained basis for a period of next 3 decades. And historically, this has been done by Japan post-World War II. It was done by a very small country like Singapore, later by Korea, and recently by China. Now, if you look at all these countries, the logistic costs in these countries is substantially lower than India. In India, it's as high as about 12.5% of your GDP as compared to about 6.5% in Japan. There's a dedicated freight corridor project which links up Delhi to Mumbai, which is a container train which will only carry containers, which is being done by the Indian Railways. It will only carry containers, and this is the first container rail train which will happen in India. And both sides of this, when you do a new container train, it provides an opportunity for you to create new manufacturing cities. It provides an opportunity for you to do new urbanization, and it provides an opportunity for you to move goods far more quicker, far more faster into areas where there is consumption and into your ports for purposes of exports. So what the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor is really doing is using the backbone of the
से इस स्वर्णिम विषय के बारे में सभी प्रकार की जानकारियों का समावेश करके आपके सामने प्रस्तुत किया है। दिन प्रतिदिन बढ़ती हुई महंगाई का सामना करने के लिए एक स्मार्ट इन्वेस्टर ने मुद्रास्फीति को ध्यान में रखते हुए सुरक्षित एवं ज्यादा रिटर्न संभावना रखने वाला विकल्प के बारे में सोचना ही होगा। बैंक एफडी या एलआईसी जैसी सुरक्षित, शेयर बाजार जैसे ज्यादा रिटर्न की संभावना के साथ इस मंदी में आकर्षक साइड इनकम्स का मौका जैसी अनेक बातों का समावेश करता स्मार्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट यानी कि धौलेरा स्मार्ट सिटी, समय और मौका बहता जा रहा है। अभी हाल ही में 22 अक्टूबर 2017 के दिन माननीय मोदी जी का बयान सुनिए।
धौलेरा स्पेशल इन्वेस्टमेंट रीजन को भी एक नई मजबूती देने वाला है। धौलेरा एसआईआर भारत ही नहीं, विश्व के नक्शे पर
its cities, the master plans have been less implemented and more violated, and thereby we have the urban mess that we do. And therefore, it would be very useful if the DMIC initiative can also become the prime mover for a new way of making sure that the master plans are enforced.
Following the master plan is just step one. The DMIC still has to overcome the biggest hurdle of land acquisition before it becomes a reality. Land acquisition has often proved to be a major stumbling block. And estimates suggest that projects worth 6,65,000 crores have been stalled due to acquisition problems in the last decade. So how does the DMIC plan to overcome this problem?
We are very hopeful because our project has been structured in a manner where we give equity to the landowners, where we look at not the gross requirement of land but the net requirement of land, so that we are able to create the trunk infrastructure, and the other transaction of land which is owned by the private parties can be done directly by the farmers. But the fact is that areas which have been identified, there's a substantial area of government land available, there's a lot of wasteland available where there's adequate availability of water supply.
But even then, a lot of land still needs to be acquired for the project. And the string of events from Singur to Jaitapur to Noida has exposed the shortcomings of the society. Although the new land acquisition policy is still in the works, by the looks of it, it seems that the government wants to pass on the mantle to the private sector. So is this a step in the right direction?
No, I don't think it can work, because the private guy does not have the power necessarily to enforce the land buyout. The government can, right? The amount of land that you need, if you're going to build a 100 kilometers road, the amount of land that you need on both sides is tremendous. And you can very easily get into a situation where some people decide not to sell. Some people gang up. What will you do? So I don't think land acquisition as an obligation can ever be handled by the private parties on their own.
And then there is the problem of getting the financial structure right. The DMIC project envisages a substantial investment from the private sector. But currently, there are no instruments to raise long-term finance.